So, hello and Labus. The year is 1311. It's Tuesday, and it's the first day of 1311 with these guys. Man, Vilkas is looking so buff these days. We're starting off in Lithuania because we have quite a few age ups today. Today is Egle's birthday. It's also Darius's age up to an infant. And we have to roll for something with Vilkas to see if it's going to happen or not. So we don't know if that's going to happen yet, but it seemed like a lot of stuff that was going on here. So I thought maybe we could stick around and see what's going on. So yeah, we're going to keep working on Vilkas's skills, probably for a very it might seem like a very strange reason to everyone here. And Egle is pregnant, so we're hoping she's going to, whoa, 7 eggs. We're hoping she's going to make it through her age up to a young adult so that she can continue to produce children for our Lithuanian heir, but we shall see. We're going to go ahead and roll for Egle pretty soon because I want to know earlier rather than later if we're going to be keeping her, because if we're going to lose her, then I have, a kind of a last day with her planned because I think she's been such a character, but I'm really hoping that we're not going to lose her. Man, they are always so sweaty. Yep, and we know you're pregnant. Well, I know you're pregnant because I had them try for a baby. We don't have to worry about Darius back there, little Darius the second. I guess kind of not because he's not a Miskinis Payne. He's just a Miskinis. So we don't have to worry too much about him, but we do have to worry about Egle. So we're just going to go ahead and roll for her now. And oh my gosh. Too cute. So yeah, we're gonna roll for her now because I need to know if we're gonna keep her or not, okay? So the only thing that we cannot roll with Egle is a 6 or a 14. And she's totally fine, so we don't have to worry about her. She's going to make it. Oh, I guess we'll have to wait and age her up until Friday when she has the baby. Oh, nice sun today. So I'm going to go ahead and get a few things for their home for when Darius ages up, and then we can move some things around to fit everyone in. I won't lie, their home's a little bit on the squishier side. It's not the largest home anyone's ever had. Oh, I was really hoping we were going to get one of these up, but I don't know that it's going to happen before the time that we need it to happen. Can you tell me time here? Excellent. Better enjoy this time, kiddo, because it's going to be the last little bit of time that you're going to get with your mom and dad just all to yourself. She looks happy about it, though. Look at her. Oh, just kidding. She doesn't look happy anymore. Oh, great. Now it's both of them. So today is actually also Nativity Fast in England, but I thought since we are in Lithuania currently, it would be nice if we instead celebrated sort of more pagan holiday. I think that Vilkas maybe is torn because while he never fully bought into Catholicism, he was raised in, a Catholic community. He was sort of raised to follow that kind of expectation. And so I feel like he would be torn and might want to continue with his old, I feel like he would be torn and he might be interested in continuing on with, the things that he's become used to. But I feel like since they're here now, Agla is for sure. Agla is for sure a pagan lady. And so I think they're going to go ahead and celebrate some pagan traditions instead. There's not much known about Lithuanian pagan traditions before Christianity was accepted because it was an oral society. So people would pass their traditions and discussions down orally. And so there weren't very many written records before there were written records is all I can really say about it. So we don't know exactly what happened, but of the books that I've read, they've talked a lot about things like, you know, an appreciation of fire and water, sort of like elemental forces. They were apparently interested in the celestial bodies. So I feel like we can tie some of those concepts in. I went ahead and changed the holiday since we're here to not just being a fasting holiday, but also to being about fire and attending a holiday ceremony. I know that going to the woods was also really important. In fact, that was how they recruited a leader to help them at one point, was they said that the knights had gone in and destroyed their holy forests where they went to talk to their god. And so we're going to say that for us with this sort of like, with this holiday ceremony, they're going to a woods nearby to be able to communicate with their gods or something like that. If you know anything about the traditions of Lithuania preceding the... Oh, this is her mom. Her mom. Oh my gosh. This is Agla's dad. How funny. But we're not going to go over there because we are just, we're trying to get Vilkas's swordsmanship up, and I think twice more should do it. Oh. He did it. Okay, it looks like it's going to be more than just once more. Just once more again. Okay, guys? I just need a little bit more from you, buddy. 86, you're so close. Come on, Vilkas. And I've noticed that our baby is awake. Oh, yes, finally, he got to swordsmanship level 5. Okay, so we're gonna feed our little baby, and then we're gonna go on a... Can you... Yeah, you can eat something. You need to. And then we're gonna go on our little holiday ceremony, and then we're gonna go and appreciate some fire and age up our baby Darius, and then find out what Vilkas's fate is. Dun dun dun. So Jelva is she's inherited this. I have inherited traits on, so apparently she's alluring like her, I believe her father, because her mom's got a music aspiration. Her father is the one who's alluring from choosing a love aspiration. Sunny, happy spitter, frequently sneezes, and good appetite. Wow. Wonder what her life's gonna be like if she makes it, I guess I should say, because we all know that's the big problem, isn't it? Is that we don't know who's gonna make it. This is Agla's sister. She's sort of the one that we spoke about her before, where she's like the more mothering figure of the two of them. She's like a really great baker. She's a great cook. She's good at like knitting, cross stitch, all of that kind of stuff. So we can also see she's like quite fair, pretty, I guess. She doesn't have her sister's scars. Her hair's like a lot nicer, more pulled together. Oh, but she's out here still practicing archery because, you know, Lithuanian girls at this point in time got to do what Lithuanian girls got to do, I guess. So yeah, I guess she's come over to visit, but oh yeah, Vilkas will be back soon, so he can hang out with her. Oh my gosh, Elzbieta Must be a snoop. Just pulled out those binoculars, and we all know binoculars didn't exist in the 1300s. Actually, I don't know that they didn't exist in the 1300s. They could have. If you know if binoculars existed, then let me know. My instinct says that they didn't, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong about things before. Okay, you are invincible because you're pregnant, so you can go ahead and light that fire. Guess this is gonna be our holiday. He's so animated telling the story. His eyes are so big. At this point in time, I'm gonna go ahead and flip a coin to see his fate. So basically, we're flipping a coin to see if Vilkas is going to go to... So we're trying to find out if he's going to join the raid against the Prussians. And we're gonna flip a coin. If it's heads, he goes. If it's tails, he stays. First one never counts. Okay, so he is going to go on a raid. And so now we're trying to figure out, is he going to one of two places? I'm going to put their names up on the screen because I forgot to look up how I'm supposed to say them. So which one of these two places is he going to end up going to? Okay, looks like he's going to Zambia. And on Friday, when we come back to the Miskinis family, he is going to get moved out of the household while he is away raiding. So on Friday, he'll move back into the family with them. That's also going to be the day that Egle gives birth to their next child. And it's also going to be Jelva's birthday. So should be a big day. But for now, I think what we'll go ahead and do is we'll age up Darius after we change his diaper because I can see it stinking from here. We'll age him up. We'll give him his makeover. We'll send our sister home. Actually, we'll send everyone home because somebody's creeping around. And then we will head on over to the main family. Wiggly. Oh, this kid has totally got his mom's head shape. This kid's head is gonna be a big head. He's gonna be a big head boy. Oh yeah, that's Agla's face shape. For sure, for sure. Ew. Okay, so our bubs. Our Darius has inherited, I guess from Egle, along with her head shape and nose shape, that he is a talented pickpocket. So good for him, I guess. Good for him. Okay, so here we are with the Payne family. Everyone's been up for a while, sort of like doing some tasks, making some things happen. As per usual, only some of them have got the holiday. Gree's got the holiday. And it seems like that might be it. Gree and Edgar. Why? Nobody knows, but what can you do? So I guess that's that. So yeah. We're actually going to try and go to the church lot today without our hordes of children. But that's not going to be until later. I guess we could go to the holiday ceremony too, but... Now these are saying that they need to be weeded, and I'm sure that they do, but they keep getting caught like they do a lot of the time, so... we're gonna go ahead and pretend that they don't need to be weeded. So yeah, we're just out here doing some chores and stuff, you know? Working on whatever we're gonna be working on. This kid just is wandering around. I don't know, you know? Somebody just got some- oh, Gree did? Hey, congrats, Gree. Now, Gree, since you are the one who, Here, you can give your stepmother... Where are you going? You could give your stepmother a nice gift of, I can't remember what I told you to give her. But you can give her something. You can give her something. And you can be thankful since you want to do that. There we go. And now she's pretty happy. Uh-oh. Not poisonous ones, right? Oh, gosh. Oh gosh, it's so scary. But yeah, things are really kind of just chilled out here, you know? Just kind of hanging around, being cool. Let's get rid of these spoiled ones. And then, yeah, I think that I'm gonna take the kids, the bigger kids, and we're just gonna get out of here for the day because they've all got things that they want to accomplish. We don't need to be here for that, you know? Also, it's a lot less distracting when there's not so many people. So we'll go ahead and go to Town Square. Just the 3 older kids. The younger ones are gonna stay at Oakley. What are you wearing? I hate it when they put on outfits that aren't supposed. Huxley, like, I appreciate that you're trying to explore different styles, but like, this whole... So yeah, today's Christmas. Christmas is a good time. Alrighty. Great. Briar. She's so mean. I'm gonna have Greg just like chitter chatter with Oakley because we love Oakley. She's super cool. Maybe we can give her... She can have a tentacle Tom. We like her enough. And then the boys are just going to work on their musical skills since that's kind of like their jam lately. We can swap it up and play a different instrument from the one that you did last time. And while they're doing this kind of stuff, we'll just go ahead and talk about some historical stuff, because I know in 1310 we didn't really have much by way of history. So we can go ahead and talk about some things. So, as we've mentioned before... Ouch. As we've mentioned before, the Earl of Lancaster really didn't like Gaveston for a number of reasons. Not least of which is because he, you know, didn't like that Edward was giving Piers all of this extra special stuff. There you are, Huxley, in the right outfit. You can talk to Huxley as well. And so the Earl of Lancaster was also a very powerful earl. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, he was the most powerful earl in all of England. So he's Edward's cousin. He's the most powerful earl. And he despised Gaveston. And so he wanted to tear Gaveston and Edward apart from each other. And in 1310, he conducted what was described when I heard it as a whispering campaign, where basically he spread rumors about Gaveston. And by February of 1310, that meant that a dedicated group of nobles were ready to stand up to the king. Part of the reason why people are standing up to Edward and getting upset with him is because Edward has multiple times by this point been told by his lords, been told by other powerful people that he has to send Piers away. And he does that when he's forced to, but then he always calls him back. So this has really started to get underneath people's skin. They're really sick and tired of it because he keeps sending this guy away who's causing all this chaos, who's causing all of this, like, you know, disruption within the power structures of England, and then undoing it as if it doesn't matter to anybody. And so Edward was pushed to go to war against Scotland to appease the barons, and it basically was a terrible failure. And because it was a failure, the barons got together and they created the ordinances of 1311, which was 41 ordinances that were designed to strip power from the king and put those powers into the nobles' hands, especially Lancaster, because Lancaster is already the most powerful earl, and this was just going to end up benefiting him. So Clause 20, or Ordinance 20, was that Piers had to leave the realm forever, and if he returned, he would be treated as a traitor to get around the fact that he kept leaving and then being called back. Edward pleaded with them to allow Gaveston to stay, saying that he would agree with everything else if they would just allow Gaveston to stay, but the barons didn't agree. Lancaster basically said that if Edward didn't agree, the nobles were going to go to war against Edward, and Isabel tried to support him and asked for help from her allies, but Edward ended up having to cave to what the nobles were demanding from him. And at this point, Edward's overwhelmed. He has to kick Piers out, and he and Isabella go up north to sort of like get away from all of the pressure. And it's at this point that she gets pregnant with what I believe is going to be Edward III, the next king. And she is at this point 16 years old. So by 1311, the situation has kind of come to a head. And, but yeah, by this point, the situation's kind of come to a head. The power push and pull between the people who have power is, you know, reached its apex for now. And Piers Gaveston has been sent away from the country by Edward's doing because the lords made him, and this was kind of spearheaded by Lancaster, who is also known as our Earl currently. Oh, this is actually our lot? I didn't realize it was so close to that one. And I forgot that since it's Christmas, we also actually get to roll to see if the Earl is going to give us a gift. If we're going to be lucky enough to get a gift. So, 2. Dang it! Nothing for us. Boo! So yeah, I guess we'll just kind of spend the rest of today around here. Hopefully keeping our children alive. Maybe being able to weed our plants properly. I guess I should have thought about that, because I don't know if this is true in everybody's game, but in my game, if I leave the property and then I come back, I always have to weed them again. Not every single plant, not every single plant, but like quite a lot of them. Look at these 2 accomplished kids. Esmond has already reached violin level 1 and pipe organ level 2. Grease knitting is already, dang, she's already level 4. And Aidwolf, our heir, has reached level 2 violin. It's pretty handy. Got a few chickens that are gonna pass out of this life shortly. Just a few more socks, Gree. Just a few more. How many more do we need? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 2 more. Unless we end up losing someone. Not to be dark. Yeah, that's just about the life out here. Everyone's sort of like hanging in there. The kids are learning stuff and then going to sleep, eating, blah, blah, blah. Gree's slowly working on building up a wardrobe for everyone so everyone can have clothes. Sif's hanging on. It's actually been a pretty okay. Oh yeah, because we spent half of the day not here. That's why it's been a pretty okay day. But still, you know, it's been a pretty okay day. Can't complain. Just kind of building back up again after the loss of Darius and having so many kids. Didn't get any Christmas gifts. Nothing much really happened here except for Adewolf accomplishing his child aspiration and a few more pairs of socks being made. But yeah, been a pretty easy half year. So yeah, next year we'll find out what's going to happen with Vilkas. Or next half of the year, we're going to find out what's going to happen with Vilkas, why he's on a raid, and what's going to happen with that raid. We're also going to find out what kind of a baby Agla's having. Jelva's going to have a birthday into a Todd. And yeah. It's going to be an interesting last half year. But I hope everyone's enjoyed this part. Thank you everyone for who's, you know, commented and subscribed and supported. We've got some really amazing viewer created Sims that I can't wait to put in. So yeah, I guess I'll see everyone in the second half of 1311. Bye bye everyone.